Hi Collective, it's 1:11 a.m. in the morning UK time, that's United Kingdom, and it's the 10th of the 9th, 2024. So, good morning, mourners, evil ones. Now, I could say a lot about a lot of stuff. I'm crazy, me. Crazy. So, who am I? What am I doing? What does it all mean? Make it make sense. I'm gonna take away all the spiritual shite, as you call it, spiritual shit, because people don't believe in that. What they do believe in, though, is truth and facts. And what people are bothered about is money. So we'll go with this today. I'm not going to do my spiritual shit, because that's too advanced for most of society. But what I will talk about is corruption, fraud, sex trafficking, raping, murdering. And has anybody seen CSI, Special Victims Unit? Have you seen Vera, the programme that's on United Kingdom? It's a murder detective programme. Has anybody seen any detective programmes like Columbo, John Wick's? Taken, the film Taken, where his daughter gets stolen and taken to another country and he has to go and rescue her. Have you seen, let's try and think of another one. James Bond? All of these sorts of movies. Has anybody heard of the CIA, the FBI, Scotland Yard, local police, ambulance service, lawyers, doctors? Have you heard of these sort of people? That's not spiritually crazy, that's a fact. You've heard of these corporations of corporations of businesses. Yeah? So these are lawyers and doctors and official people who have titles, who think they're entitled, who have power. Yeah? Over a mere minion like me who doesn't have a degree or a I'm not a lawyer or a detective or anything, am I? Am I? What am I? Who is she? What is she doing? Why is she saying that? Tell her to shut up. She knows too much. Oh my God. We're gonna have to kill her. We're gonna have to lock her up in a mental institute and make sure she shuts up, put her in the... Oh my God. Oh my God. Who is she? Who is she? Well, I'll tell you who I am. I am a victim, I am a witness, I am a lawyer, I am an undercover CIA agent, I am the witness of the victim who has power and authority now over your domain of your corruption, which is a worldwide international business of sex trafficking and human trafficking of humans and organs. I'm not just trying to solve my own case and just doing this for myself. I know it looks like I'm being very selfish. Oh, she's left her children. Oh, she's terrible. She's terrible. She's doing what the hell she likes, that one. She doesn't listen to anybody. No, I don't. Because, I'll tell you why, children, because the corruption is so bad. I found out and worked out the corrupt lawyer who is a supreme judge. Now, there's only 15 or 13 of them in the country. I can't remember if it's 15 or 13 in the United Kingdom. Well, there's only 13 now. There was 15. There was 15, now there's 13 because 2 of them are corrupt. And this is why people can get away with Do you know how many people are done with crimes that they haven't committed? And it's a reactive abuse. So they're trying to get people to reactively abuse them, and they get them locked up for crimes they haven't committed and crimes that they've committed, and they're passing the buck on, and they're all in it together. Now that sounds very paranoid. Oh my God, you've got psychosis, Catherine. We think you're a schizophrenic, Catherine. I'm not though, am I? I have been, well, I'm just going to go with my journey online, because we'll talk about that. So 11/11 awakening, I was awakened. Now I knew what was going on, the corruption and who's involved and what's involved, and not all the minor details of all the people. I can't believe how many people are involved. So I'm like Job from the Bible. I've been stripped of everything, and God says he will reward me greatly, and I will get everything returned to me tenfold, okay? And I'm also like Daniel, who got thrown to the to the lions, except I got thrown to the wolves, the lions, and the goddamn jungle, and thrown to the city of Birmingham. And it's biblically written, and it's prophecy that God's people are going to come back. And it's not going to be what you think it is. And it's not what you think it is. I'm one of the chosen ones. I've always had power, but I didn't have authority, and now I have authority over everybody. I am in sovereignty, and my word is my word, and what I say I mean, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, which is a very rare thing. So in 2011, I was taken, I went randomly on what they do is they've got their fingers in every pie, the Masons and the Jews and these elite religious people and these organisations of government who've got corruption in the system. The system's corrupt. Have you ever noticed? Why doesn't that work out? How come it is it? They know each other. They're a team. The backhand, slaphand, the sergeant at the station's involved, with the street people, the lawyers involved. The corruption is by the people who are in power, abusing their power and authority. Goes right to the top, to the Prime Minister, to the President of the United States. It's a corruption. Not a conspiracy theory, it's a corruption. Where do you think COVID came from? Corrupt. G7. So I'm a very intelligent woman. Now I've been working on this investigation personally since then, been a witness with it, trying to, who are they and who are them, and what are they and what are them doing? It's in the charities, it's in the banks, it's everywhere. Mr. Rockefeller, not such a fella. He's the man, one of the men with the money. This is going to go down in international history. Worldwide famous I'm going to be. Now people are thinking, oh, you think I'm going to be like some sort of idol pop star? What are you going to be famous for? I'm going to be famous for being the Hollywood demon slayer and bringing down an international web of corruption on the dark web. That's what I'm going to be known for. Not famous. I don't want to be famous. What do you want to be famous for? Are you nuts? I don't want anyone to know who I am. That's why I wanted to do. I said to my father, I just want to do it undercover within my bedroom. He says, right, we'll change the world from your bedroom then. Do it how you want to do it. How do you want to do it, Catherine? Because I've been used and abused mentally, physically and spiritually all my life. I'm allowed to do it how I want to do it. Nobody moves till I move, because I'm the boss of this organisation thing, because I'm one of the top psychic investigators in the United Kingdom. The people are watching me, they know who I am, and it's time to get ready to go, boys. Now it might take a while, I don't know how long it's going to take, I don't know, I just know my job. I want to prove that God, the other thing is, people hate, I got God hurt very young as a child. I don't believe in God. Are you fucking nuts? Are you nuts? God, because they've lied so much, and the corruption's so in your face. The religious bullshit. They lie to you in church every Sunday. The Pope's involved. They're all involved. Now that sounds like I am psychotic. I can quite understand why you would say that. But to a normal average person who would think that. But anybody who's got any brain of embellishment of their head would know that it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to fucking church. Nobody goes to church. Nobody even likes the word God. I know this. I've never used the word God, but I've got a godfather. And there is a higher power, whether you believe it or not. Now, I know it because I'm a spiritual person. You don't believe the spiritual side. I'm not going to talk about the spiritual side, but I have to mention I'm a spiritual psychic investigator. So I've never spoken to any of the police. I've never spoken to any government officials. I've never spoken to anybody. Everything I say comes out for direct messages from the Most High. Now, he says to say, come online tonight, Catherine, at 1:01 in the morning. I'm like, I was asleep. No, because it's time. Judgment is here. And these people are all going down. Your lawyers, your bankers, your corrupt businesses. I mean, HSBC's involved. The bank. I had a big thing with them in Birmingham. I mean, I can say so much. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to say it all. But I'm just saying that there's card readers all over the world who are doing these cards, right? God's people. Now, our gift has been used against us. My father says to say that there's people, that you're all under investigation. Now, they set an investigation out on me, these backhand, slaphand ones. 2011, I got taken to Ibiza and I went to Peru. I met these people online. So I went to Ibiza, didn't know who they were from Adam. My family know, they're all in the know. I didn't know. Everybody knows except me. So I went to Ibiza, met all these people. Then I went to Peru, met all these people, all dark web handing. And then I moved, I left then I came home. They spiritually attacked me and said I was mentally crazy because I went to France. Now, I did go to France, and I did take my 6-year-old child with me. From the outside, it does look slightly crazy, but it wasn't. I was God's job. I'm Job from the Bible. I'm working undercover for God. So I went to France, not spiritually crazy, not having a psychotic breakdown. I was getting this downloads. I went to the Louvre, and I seen everything from Omega to Omega, from the beginning to the end. I'm an investigator. 6 of Cups. Oh, 6 of Cups. Page of Cups. Oh, we're doing all the cups today. And then we've got the sun. The sun and death. The sun and death. You see, it's in the cards. Now, I'm not here to just read cards because I've got a lot more to do. But the card readers on here are telling you the truth, and it's all coming out now. They're like, I can't believe this. Why am I now crying on it? And he's like, why am I suddenly getting all this police stuff? He says, I was just doing this about karmics. Karmics are the problem. This is the lesson. It's a lesson. Karma just means a lesson. You're going to get back what you give out. Give love, receive love. Get back what you give. So, I then, in 2012, I said to my ex-husband, you're trying to kill me, you're raping, you're robbing me, you're stealing me of my money, and the whole community's in on it. It's all on my records. I kept saying, my husband's raping me, he's raping me, he's raping me. He's raping me spiritually. He's stealing my money. They're taking away my life. They're trying to kill my kids. They're trying to kill my life. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Now, that sounded very psychotic because I was having a spiritual psychic attack. And I flew too high. I had spiritual psychosis. This is very true. Mental health is a real thing. So I was being spiritually attacked, and I couldn't speak about it in a proper way because I had spiritual psychosis. This is true. This is a thing. Spiritual psychosis is a thing. People tell you all the time, they're trying to kill me. They're going to kill me. Oh my God! But they're seeing the spirits. They've got their eyes opened, and but you can't control it because you've got too many doors open. Okay. So I was spiritually attacked, and my mother and my ex-husband got me sectioned. Now I was sectioned, and they tried to separate me in France from my daughter. They wanted me locked up in a mental hospital in France. They couldn't do it. The powers that be wouldn't do it. A big black African man came in and rescued me. Says, this woman is not to be separated from this child. Get her back to England. So I went back to England because I was in France. They thought they were going to get me locked up in there and I'd just disappear forever like they did past lives. No, that's not happening. So that God's looking after me this time. I'm an investigator, a psychic investigator, working in the field, on the ground, being the witness and the victim and the investigator. I'm the character of the film. I'm it. So then what happened was, when I came back from France, after not being able to be locked up there, they then locked me up in England in a mental hospital. So I was under investigation, seeing what they did there. There was a corrupt nurse, there was the corrupt judge, my husband tried to take away my legal powers of being a mother. He couldn't do it because I pulled myself around when I was ready. And he wanted full custody of our child because he wants my money. He's trying to get me, if I die, they get money and an inheritance. Or if I get locked up in a mental hospital, they get money and they get my inheritance. So they've had my money since 2012. They've been living off it. So then what happened was, after 2012, 2013, 14, they were a non-year. I was fucked. I put loads of weight on. I just went in myself. I thought, I'm not speaking. I'm not saying a fucking word about anything because everybody's in on it. I need to go into Undercover. I need to just shut my fucking mouth and just shut up and work out who's doing it, who's involved. Who's involved in my murder plan. So I went undercover and went in myself. 2013, 14, 2015, I got the courage and I just left my ex-husband. He was fuming. He couldn't fucking believe it. Didn't help me move, didn't speak to me, turned the whole community against me. Everybody fucking hated me. My friends turned against me. I only had 2 friends left, Sarah May and Helen. That's it. I didn't speak to anybody else. They all abandoned me. They all left me. My daughter then had a baby and fell pregnant again. I went and looked after her. She hated me because she's in on it. She sold me to the Illuminati. She's a prostitute. Suddenly making millions of pounds. Where are you getting all this money from? Everybody's got money except me. When I lived up in County Durham. Where are you going? You going on holiday? How come you've got money to do that? Oh, well, Sam got this and Jay got that and he got this and they got that. How come everyone's got money except me? I'm working my fucking ass off here. So 2015 and 16 was, I left my ex-husband. I tried to bring my daughter. My daughter, Francesca, got spiritually attacked massively. She wouldn't sleep. She wouldn't eat. She's attacking me. She's biting me. She's fucking, I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck? How the fuck? So I had to be a single mother, pull myself together, working out who's attacking me. Who's attacking me? Why am I getting attacked all the time? I can't just get on with my life in peace. This is getting serious now because I've switched off everybody. I've only got my daughter Laura, my daughter Francesca, my 2 grandchildren, Helen, Sarah May, my mum and dad. I'm not speaking to anybody else. I'm cut off from everybody. There's only 7 left. How many more people? Are these in on it and that? So 2018, I then went back to work undercover. I got a job with Perfect Care, working for the institution of the care system, the carers, ready for COVID. COVID kicks off. I'm working for Perfect Care, which is a private company, which then gets involved with this Asian company. This guy's one of the richest guys in Newcastle, owns all of it, owns the nightclub that my daughter's going to. This Asian guy. I'm like, Laura's like, I know the guy who owns the building who you work for. Do you? I know you do. Shit. So all of Newcastle, this guy owns Lindisfarne Care Homes and all the nightclubs and all the properties up there. He's taken over the fucking land up there. I'm like, really? And he can't run a piss up in a brewery. I worked in Lindisfarne Care Home and I worked at and they've got one at Burtley, so I did the one at Burtley. I worked there. After I left, it got under investigation, shot. 15 people got suspended for abuse in a care home because I left, because I told them, ready, go in now. They're fucking killing people in there. They're killing people for their insurances, their inheritances, giving them illegal jabs. The doctors are signing death certificates. All these people are involved. So I left Burtley Care Home. Then I went and stayed at Chesley Street Care Home, where it was a shit show. They ended up with rabies. Felt like rabies. It wasn't. It was scabies. And all of them are involved. They all know about it. They all know. They were going to try and say that they were my businesses and that I can't run it properly and get me done with the whole thing and say I'm a drug dealer and I'm all these things. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm working in the undercover in the care home all during COVID. I've got a friend, DJ, who works on Instagram. She's posting all, I don't know, I've never spoken to her in my life, but she was posting all the information. I'm like, she's right, she's right, she's right, she's right. All the psychic, all those conspiracy crazy people online have been the ones that are right. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, these fuckers. So the government lied about COVID. COVID means divok backwards, which means curse and hex, jinn, marked by the beast. It's a whole spiritual thing. They're all involved. The billionaires, 8 billionaires, are playing a game of Hunger Games, having bets on about us, working out who are they and who are them. Well, I now know who they and them are. I can't barely believe it. I can't. Are you telling me he's involved? Yeah, I'm telling you, they're involved. He's involved. You're gonna wait till you see everyone get arrested. That's why my page is undercover. That's why I don't have any followers. This is going direct to hello. Whoever's doing all this stuff behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not behind the scenes. I'm going for breakfast in the park today. I'm going to enjoy myself before the shit hits the fan. I'm now safe in another house where I'm hoping these girls are not involved. If they are involved, it's never a good idea to have me involved with your business if you're corrupt. Either way, I'm always safe because I'm protected by the Most High. This is why nobody could do my job, because everybody else would have been killed by now. So then I left the care home and I'm like, I'm going on the sick. I need some time off. I can't be doing this. So I went on the sick because I just thought I'm going to use my mental health card for my advantage. All the time I'm working a double mission. One, just trying to run a house. I'm trying to be a mother. I'm trying to be a mother. I just want a life for my children and to be able to put some food on the table. I got robbed all the time. I'm working online, working with the paedophiles. I'm bringing him out. I've got 2 jobs. I'm working online for free for 13 years, bringing out the dark web and the paedophile ring that's on here. And then in real life, I'm working out who's doing what and sorting out a load of shit there and who's trying to kill fucking me and who's trying to kill my fucking kids. I just want to put some food on the table with Francesca and take her on holiday. I just want a holiday. I can't afford an holiday. They keep robbing me, making me have no money. So I went on the sick in the October. I left work. I says, look, I'm putting a sick note in. I'm having a mental breakdown. I need some time off. I'm not, but it worked well for the doctors because then it's on record that, oh yeah, she's crazy again. I'm not. I didn't take any medication. I'm not on medication. I've been on medication since 2018. Don't tell them. I stopped taking it well before they knew about it. Took myself off it on purpose. Undercover. Don't tell them. Their medications never worked for me. So, because I put 5 stone on in 5 months. 5 stone in 5 months. So I told them I came off in 2020. I came off in 2018 and just kept getting the medication. So it looked like on the system I'm still taking the medication. So they think they're smart asses, but they're not smart asses. I'm a step ahead all the time. I know what's going on. So I went on the sick. I'm going to have Christmas off. November I left, sorry, 2021. I'm going to have some time off. I'm just going to work online. I'm just going to spend Christmas with Francesca because it might be my last Christmas before I've got to go because I know I'm going. So I'm going to just do that. I'm not going to do anything. By this time, Francesca's been corrupted. She's been bewitched, turned into Mona the vampire, putting cocks in her bedroom, staying out late, drinking, not doing what she's told. I'm like, oh my God, her dad's the best dad ever. I don't understand anything. I'm just a fucking crazy person. Nobody understands you. You're fucking mental. I'm drinking by this point. I'm drinking again because I'm fucking sick of my fucking life. So, because I used to drink and self-medicate with weed. I did do that a lot because I just couldn't take it. When you realise what I've been through, you'll be like, this woman's a fucking miracle. Buy her a fucking joint, a bag of weed. She needs a fucking joint, bag of weed. It's medicine anyway. So I went on the sick. I then gets a phone call off Margarita Pizza Face. Margarita Bracatan. Catherine, I've got a job for you. Oh, it's a job for life. Come and work for self as a carer. Oh, we don't mind about your mental health. Write all your mental health down so Calvin knows about your mental health. I don't want to work. I need Christmas off. I tell you what, I'll come and work, but I can't start until the 3rd of January. No, we need you. Catherine, I need you. We're going for an Ofsted report. I'm coming. Right, Margarita, I'll come. But I'm telling you now, what I'm going to do is I'm only going to work 2 shifts a day because it's 12-hour shifts. I can't work 12-hour shifts. I'm fucking dying here. I need some fucking time off, man. So I'm just needing some time off. I need a fucking goddamn holiday. I still haven't had a holiday since 2015. I haven't had a holiday really for years, and I did get one. I went and had a holiday in 2022 after my hitman done, and I solved the murder then, solved this problem really then, and but we needed more evidence, so I've had to do another 2 years extra undercover work. So I went and worked at Self. Oh my god, there's another corrupt business. I had to sort all them out. They passed the Ofsted report only because I was fucking there. Knight of Swords. Four of Swords. Swords are coming out now. Oh, and the sun again. I'm the sun. In the light. I'm not the sun. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. It's a hangman. You're hanging yourself. We're going to have a hangman. It's going to be the court case of court cases, this one. Strength. That'll be me. I've got to have strength because I'm coming up against the system. By myself, for myself, with myself. They're all corrupt and they're all in it. But I do have backup. So... And I have evidence, even if nobody backs me up or believes me now, I've got evidence against all of this, but there is backup. I know I have a team behind me working. Because this has been under investigation for years. They can't solve it. Because every time they solve it, they come up against that corrupt judge who keeps signing things off backhand, slap hand. Oh dear, never mind. Why are we still living? Feed the world, let them know it's... Why are we still living in 1984... Live Aid, where people are still homeless, hungry? Why are people hungry in 2024? Because of this corruption. It's a worldwide scam. Africa, Asia, China, France, all of Europe. They're everywhere. So, 2021 Christmas, I ended up working for Self. Because she got me in early because I felt guilty because these people needed me. And by this time, my children are ignoring me. Francesca's gone spending Christmas with her dad. She doesn't want to spend Christmas with me. Laura's not speaking to me. I'm not allowed to see my grandchildren. I might as well be at fucking work helping the fucking innocent. God stripped me of everybody. I had nobody else, so I spent Christmas with the paedophiles. That was nice. And I used to work in Self, and I was a support worker, and they had 3 houses. One house was for the mentally ill, one house was for the severe criminals who hadn't been let out into society because they come from prison. It's like a halfway house where they come from prison, but they've still got, not like a tag, but they're too dangerous to put back into the community. And then we had the other house at the top, which is full of the pedos. I was told, don't worry though, Catherine, you'll never work with the paedophilias, and yes, you only have to do 2 shifts a week. Then I went for the job interview. It was my job anyway. It was made for me. So I don't have a job. I work for God. So I work for the Godfather. I work for the boss, the governor. That's my boss. That's the only man I listen to. So I then went for the interview. She says, you can do 2 shifts a week. Great, no problem. They're trying to break me down and trying to make me mentally... They're trying to make me have a mental breakdown. I know this. So I get home, I get a phone call. Oh, hi, I spoke to Calvin. Apparently, he doesn't do part-time. You'll have to do 3 shifts a week. He can only give you a contract for full-time. So I've got to do 36 hours, you're saying. You know I don't want to do that because that might make my mental health bad. Oh, please, Catherine, I need you. I need you. I need you. You're the best care worker I've ever known in my whole life. I love you. I love you. I need you, Catherine. Please come. Please come. Please come. Okay, I'll do 3 shifts, but no more, mind. Don't make me do any more than 3 shifts. I'm telling you, I can't do it. My mental health will have a breakdown. I ended up doing 4 shifts, 5 shifts, bloody working Christmas Day, Boxing Day, fucking New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. Fucking hell, this bitch is fucking trying to fucking kill me. So that happened. So then I did that, worked out their business is fucking corrupt as fuck, got all the evidence I need for there, then left. I went on holiday for 2 weeks, never went back. Got a hitman then sent to me from the Illuminati. Don Juan, the mushroom cook. He did a whole scene. He made all my... They've got pictures and everything trying to make me crazy. He even put a black dildo in my window and left the house a mess. Did all the stuff online. Because now it's overflowing to my online work and my real life. Now it's getting real. The shit's getting real. Shit, they actually sent a fucking hitman to kill me to make me out as if I'm fucking crazy. If I'm not crazy, they're going to get me done with the drug crime. And if I don't get done with the drug crime, he's going to get me shot. He tried to get me shot, brought me to Birmingham. So I then ended up in Cornwall. I went to Cornwall and then I ended up back in Birmingham. Because I came to Birmingham and then left. He couldn't get me shot. So he then had to come up. They have to keep coming up with a new plan all the time because it's not working. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do now. What we'll do now is I'll do this. You say this. I'll do this. You do this. If I do this, she'll think that. Then she'll think this. And then she'll think that. Then we'll get her. And then you send her into the hospital. Don is Asian. Who are most of the doctors in the United Kingdom now? Asians and Africans. They all come for the jobs and their work. They're all in on it. If they don't know they're in on it, they know they're in on it, and they're working together. Who owns and works for most of this pharmaceutical company? Asians and China. They think I don't know. Asians actually own most of the what you would call, I'm going to roll a cigarette, I'm going to go outside in a minute. Asians, I'm smoking my brown ones like my partner in grime. So, I'm now under investigation of the medical professional. I've finished my job now, it's done now. We've got all the evidence we need for everybody from the top to the bottom. So then I come to Birmingham and I got thrown into Spark Hill first, where the corruptions of now what we've investigated is the corruption of the I didn't know what HMOs were. I'm learning when you're learning. I learn, you find out, I find out. We all find out when God finds out. I tell you what's going on. I know what's going on. I know the time. What time is it, Mr. Wolf? I'll smoke my vape before I go out because I know you don't want me to go yet. You're like, what the hell is she talking about? This is great. I can't tell you. I'm allowed to talk about it like this now. So then what happened was, I've come to Birmingham and I've worked out the corruption and the underworld of, I started at the bottom. Let's start with the gangsters. So I'm a gangster 3-pack, send me and I'll go in disguise. Let's fucking go. All right, lads, what's the crack? So they harvest you, they try to kill you, they try to sex traffic you, they raped me. I phoned the police, I know which of the corrupt police in Birmingham, I know the lawyers in Birmingham, I know the system in Birmingham now because I've been here 2 years. It's only took me 2 years, it doesn't take very long, it's quite easy what they're doing. It's like, are you involved today? You're a fucking idiot. So, and they've got the charities are involved, feeding the homeless people, drugging the homeless people, making the underground, they're taking them in for fighting, they're getting them addicted to prescription drugs, selling a racket of prescription drugs on the streets here. An addict will do anything for a fix, doesn't matter what the fix is. They thought I was an addict, I'm just a smoker, mate, I'm just smoking my way through the fucking city. Ding dong, the king is dead. So I did that because what happened in 2022, King Charles came to Birmingham and they did a whole ritual and a cursing session for the Commonwealth Games where they stole the Commonwealth from the people. That's why nobody can get rich and all the workers have to stay at a fixed level and why nobody can smash through the glass ceiling. Who put the glass ceiling there? They did. There's thousands of buildings in Birmingham where you could put homeless people, but they're homeless. Why are they homeless? Because they want them to be. They want you addicted and homeless and needing them, and you don't need a doctor. You need a doctor. Who's the doctor work for? I told the doctor this. I said, I don't need a doctor. She said, I need you. Well, I would advise you take the medication. I said, well, you would advise that, wouldn't you? I says, who's your boss? Exactly. She says, what do you mean? I says, your boss is the director of the pharmaceutical companies. If you don't give me a prescription and I become a non-person not taking medication, 34:14 on the clock, if I'm not taking your medication, then you don't have a job, doctor, because you work for the pharmaceutical companies. Of course you want me to take the medication. I said, but I don't need the medication. Tell you what I'll do, I'll go for some pricks. Send me for some pricks. So I started getting acupuncture. Chinese medicine is amazing. I love China, I love you, Asia. So I did some Chinese medicine. I had 10 pricks in each ear, 30 pricks altogether, and then I'm done because I've worked out Vitamin Sam's in with it as well. It's Xenia. So then I did that. Then I called the landlord out here. I've been to Handsworth, I've been to Aston, I've been to Sheldon, I've been to the city centre where I called out Washington Court. When I was there, you don't believe me? What happened in Washington Court? Spent 4 months, they put me there at Christmas. I can go on and on. I can tell you so many stories. It doesn't even make sense. I'm jumping from one place to another. I know I am, because it's like, boom. So then, Washington Court, I was there. I don't need to back up. My truth speaks for itself. Set the truth free. It's like a lion. It'll defend itself. I'm on holiday now. Officially on holiday in Birmingham. I can enjoy the fucking city, man. Yeah, man. And I've got the Universal Credits. Sheldon, they've got a whole setup thing there. All the Asians are in on it over there. I say Asians, but they're the ones taking over, the Indian givers. The Indian givers. Don't be an Indian giver. They give with one hand, they take back with the other. Can't even believe it. It's not a colour war or a race war. It's a humanitarian crisis. Everybody's involved. Every colour, every religion, every faith, everybody's involved. I don't want to leave anybody out or anything. I don't want to make you feel like I'm being racist. I'm not being racist. The whites are just as bad as the blacks. The blacks are just as bad as the browns. The pinks and the purples are all involved, and it's a whole fucking shit show. Not spiritual. This is fact. Because you can't get them done with a spiritual crime because you can't see it. It's like Wi-Fi. It's there, but you can't see it. And now my ancestors are on the case. My granddad's over the moon. He says, Catherine, you've actually done it. We can't believe it. I know. I've done it. I've actually done it. I'm patting myself on the back. Hurrah, hurrah. Because then, well, after I've been to Handsworth, which used to be the richest part, I'm not talking about the spiritual stuff. I'll do another one on the spiritual stuff for you, so it's a separate one. So I've been to Handsworth, found out the landlord was corrupt, the police are corrupt, and the charities are corrupt. So I've sorted out that one, worked out the gangsters who were on the street who were doing the crime and who were working for the Mason boys selling the drug ringing. So I've done that one. And then I went to... Where did I go after Handsworth? Handsworth, Aston, Sheldon. Then I went to the city centre. They put me in a hostel. They kicked me out illegally. They've done everything illegally. You're not allowed to just do that with someone. There's rules and laws in HMOs. Like this HMO, this lady's going to have to phone me today. She needs to do this. You've got to be support. You can't get money off the government for an HMO accommodation and not give any support. It's illegal. And now I'm a witness to this and a victim. Okay? So I got kicked out at Sheldon illegally. They kept my cat, stole my cat and everything. Then they was trying to make me homeless, make me be a nobody on the streets. You can't put someone like me on the streets. I'm God's daughter. I've never been homeless in my fucking life. I've never lived in an HMO in my life. I've always had my own property. Might not be rich like you think I am, but this is my job. I'm going to get paid mightily for this. So, look, I've even got a curly cuff. For Christ, shit. It's called C for corruption. So I then ended up having to wander the streets, found out that the police were corrupt working on Broad Street. They target the women and tell them who to do and who not to do. And I ended up at Washington Court. Now, what is Washington Court? It's a hostel where you're only meant to stay emergency for one night. I ended up staying for 4 months. You only meant to stay for 3, but I stayed for 4. And worked out all the corruption there. And Sarge, you've done a lot of work, and everybody's involved in this. I'm not just a one-man band. I can only talk about my job, and I'm the witness and the victim. So, and the undercover. Well, I'm the witness. And the undercover cop, putting myself on the front line. I'm an undercover investigator, psychic investigator, but I'm going to do it because you can't do it any other way apart from sending someone in on the field, on the job, like Job. I'm Job from the Bible, Job. So, we sorted out Love World. That's the corruption from Africa, where they're harvesting and bringing over all the Africans from Love World through religious Dr. Chris. We mustn't forget to mention him. He was the bane of my life, that fucker. I went into the church and my dad, they're doing it again. They're going to kill me. They're going to fucking kill me and hear my fucking hands. I thought I was coming here to get help. He says, I just love them, see what happens. They're going to fucking kill me. I can feel my fingers, my palms are they're going to fucking nail me to the cross again. I'm going to protect you, don't panic. I am panicking, they're going to fucking kill me. I can feel it in my fucking hands, Dad. Oh my God, it's terrible. So I'm trying to heal myself while they're still trying to crucify me. You're joking, they're not in on it and all. Yeah, shit. So when I'm ended up, by this time I'm healed more. So I've ended up, this Washington court, the hostel. These motherfuckers are running a corrupt thing. 9 people died when I was there. They sacrificed 9 people. It was unbelievable. I mean, that in itself is just a whole... I think I'm going to take over that and buy that property and make it into a proper hostel for real homeless people when I get my money sorted. So, shit, 9 people died. I'm lucky to get out alive. Even the homeless people said... I went to the cafe after I'd been in there for a while, and I went to the cafe and I was talking to a couple of my brothers who were homeless, and they said, "Where you been?" I said, "I'm in Washington Court." "You're in Washington Court? You?" I said, "Yeah." "Kat, how long you been in there?" I said, "About 3 months now." "Kat, these are homeless crackheads." "Kat, you need to get the fuck out of there. Even we wouldn't live there. We'd rather be on the streets than live there. Are you all right? Living there? You, by yourself?" "Kat, you've got to get out of there. Not many people make it out alive going in there. You do know what that place is, don't you?" "Yes, I do. I'll be fine. You look quite good for being in there, mind. In fact, you look better than the last time I seen you. You're looking really well. Are you sure you're in Washington Court? I thought you had a flat or something now." "No." "Kat, I would leave there if I was you. Get out of there as quick as you fucking can. I'm telling you now. Do you want to come on the streets with us? We've got a place under the bridge." "No, I'm not staying there. If you need us, you know where we are, don't you?" "Yeah, I do, thanks." So this is all going on. The cafe's corrupt as well. Asians. So then I sorted Washington. Now Washington Court's going to close down because of the corruption, because we're doing it slowly. It's taking its time. But today's the day. It's the 10th of the 9th. We had 999 yesterday. Sunday was 888 day. Yesterday was 999. Emergency services, can I help you? And then today is Tuesday the 10th, which is completion of my job and my mission is done. I'm going to go and celebrate in the city because Christmas is going to be fun. 43 minutes on the clock. So how does that sound for a morning chit chat? So while they're all trying to, I'm not talking about the spiritual stuff because you don't understand that, but that is very much so. I'll do another chat about the spiritual, what they're doing spiritually in Birmingham, but what they're doing, the sex trafficking, the underworld corruption of drink, drugs, and rock and roll is all sorted, and I will give you a spiritual report soon. But spiritual and psychic gifts are real, but they've sent corrupt people in online. I mean, it's a whole web of the dark web is terrible. And the fraudulent psychic liars, you're the worst, and I'm going to bring every one of you down because you've made my job 10 times harder by lying and stealing my content online. So I'm going to make it personal for all of you lot to be going down. Crackheads, that's the Brits from the USA to the UK. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed that. And that's over to the investigator of the Us USA Angels. Us Angels work in the World Wide Web. I'm the boss of the investigators because I'm the one that's been suffering the most as the victim and the witness and the undercover PI. And I've done it all for free and all for the love of the world, so that nobody suffers like I have to suffer. No child will suffer like I have, not on my watch. Couldn't save my own, but I can save at least one. Okay, 44:53. See you later.